Ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Hi, how are you? We're back again here. We're doing that thing that we do every day of the month, of course. You know what I'm saying. We're doing that dang podcast on something spooky. We're coming in with something scary for you.
So spooky. But before we start, Rick, can I tell you one thing that I did today?
Yep.
I got my old laptop out. I gave it a couple clicky, ticky tackies. Went to the Press Time Design Amazon wish list.
Is that
and
right?
I, with ease, picked from a wild variety of toys and picked a real nice one that's going to be delivered right to the shop. So easy to do. So if you guys can't make it, make sure you do that. And you know how I felt after I did that today?
How did you feel?
Wonderful.
I knew it.
Wonderful.
I knew it. How did your dinner taste? Better?
Dinner tastes better.
Yeah. You gave your wife a back rub.
Feet rub.
Feet rub. She loved it.
She loved it because you know why?
Why?
You do one good thing, you give one thing, you keep wanting to give. You want to give, you want to give, you want to give.
You give, you become a giver. You give. I love that.
Take a page out of my book, hit up the Press Time Design Amazon wish list. There is a ton of cool stuff to choose, and just pick one. Pick one, go for it.
You know, Verb, I feel like people don't tell you this enough, but you're a very sweet person, and you're very kind. You have a really good heart, and I just think that you're wonderful overall. Like, I just think that you're really cool.
I appreciate that.
I know that sounded sarcastic, but that's not. It wasn't at all.
Because I feel the same way about you, my good man.
Just before we jump in though, can we talk about this new shirt I got? Like, look at this. This is my new Hugo Boss espionage shirt.
It's super black. Anyone who's watching this on YouTube, you can see that you're kind of blending into the wall a little bit, but also you can't quite tell it's a turtleneck. It also kind of looks like it could be black t-shirt with black dress shirt or like a jacket over the top.
So it serves many purposes, you saying?
Yeah, you could wear it to a wedding, and you could wear it on a ski trip because that's where you wear turtlenecks.
Dude, honestly though, bro, I don't think I could. This thing accentuates my ET gut like no tomorrow.
I probably haven't worn a turtleneck in 20 years, and I think the reason why is just it might not even be the case anymore, but I just feel like it would chafe. Constant chafe.
It can be a little itchy, but I think that's a small price to pay for that high class of style. I wore one to the Christmas party last year bowling. I felt great. I felt I looked great. You look good, you feel good. That's how I felt.
If you have a hickey, cover it up.
Gone. Who the hell gets hickeys other than some 15-year-old idiot? Because, man, you've got to be straight up just dumb to be getting or giving a hickey. That's the only thing you shouldn't give. You should give toys, foot rubs, everything else. Don't give hickeys.
Don't give hickeys. Your parents are just going to rag on you. There's two types of people that get hickeys, though, because everybody does get a hickey.
Yeah, 15-year-olds.
Yeah, one 15-year-old, he's buying the turtleneck, and he's trying to hide that the best he can. The other one...
Jacob, why are you wearing that turtleneck again?
The other one, not Jacob, maybe Chase, is walking around proud as hell. Just,
dude.
Hey, what'd you guys do this week?
Well, I did a little something.
Well, Rick, let's get into this week's movie.
Let's dance. Today we're talking, what's it called? Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ooh, a classic.
Yes. First viewing for me.
Ever,
yeah.
That is pretty crazy. I think it's probably the second time that I've seen it, but the first time I've paid attention.
Right. That's fair.
It's older than I thought.
Yeah, 93.
That's insane. I'm if you were to ask me and I was to take a guess, I would say I would go 90s, but I would say probably like 98, maybe.
So would I.
99.
That's exactly what I'd say. Maybe that's because from what B has told me, it came out, and then it got this cult like following where they started making the merchandise and all, everybody's getting the tattoos and all that stuff. I think that happened in late 90s, early 2000s.
So that makes sense. It was
So that's
reborn.
that's when it came into our world of being like, what the heck's all this stuff?
Right. And I think because for whatever reason, I feel like you're in the same boat as I am. Even though we were young guys when it came out, like little tykes, you would think that this would be something on our radar, but I missed it completely. I don't know if it just wasn't my thing or what.
I totally missed it as well. I didn't know it until I seen, a girl with a big Jack Skellington tattoo on her chest. And I'm like, what the hell is that?
What is that?
Yeah.
I don't know if they were thinking it at the time, but the type of animation that it is makes it timeless. Like, I didn't feel like I was watching any kind of animation or I know it's stop motion.
Yeah, stop motion, all clay.
But you would never think that it's from 1993 or 1992.
No, they obviously did a bang up job. I know that Tim Burton has said it was the most work he's ever done and he never wanted to do it again. And then I think because that cult following got it so big, he made Corpse Bride.
Right.
But it sounds like a nightmare to make.
Yeah. I think, and by that time he had such an explosion, like his career, he was massive.
Yeah.
He probably had a huge team and it probably wasn't so hard for him to do that.
I'm sure they learned a lot. So I got to be honest. I kind of maybe like your first viewing where I did watch it. I wasn't like 100% completely engaged the whole time. One, because I'm not a huge fan of musicals.
Right.
And two, since it came onto my radar, never once was I like, I really need to see this.
Yeah.
It's just on because today is the day of the toy drive, and it's the thing that merges what we're doing. It's Christmas and Halloween coming together as one. And hey, that's what this movie does. It's Halloween on Christmas or whatever the hell.
Nailed it. And I think it's a big debate. I was talking to a guy at work today, and he says it's this big, giant debate. I've never heard it, but he's saying, is this more a Christmas movie or is it more a Halloween movie? So where are you at on that one?
I personally think it's more of a Christmas movie.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say more
Is that
Halloween.
Right? But hang on.
Go ahead.
So let's get into the story of this just for a second. So basically, first of all, I thought all along going into this Jack Skellington was a bum. Like, no one liked him. I thought he was down and out. Turns out he's the king of the castle over in Halloween Town. I didn't realize this. He's all bored. He's like, oh, everyone loves me. I do such a great job at Halloween. I need something else. And then he discovers Christmas. So he tries to become something he's not, goes, becomes Santa Claus, realizes, okay, just be who you are, Jack. You're a Halloween guy. Stop getting in Santa Claus's way. That's the gist, right?
Yeah, you got from beginning to end very quickly. Quicker than we ever have in any of these. But
that's to sum it up.
Yeah, no, I'll take it. He becomes like legit obsessed with Christmas. Like but he's his heart, if he has one, is in the right place.
Right.
He wants Christmas to be like special and stuff, but like it's just Halloween is just in his blood. So like you can take the boy out of Halloween Town, but you can't take Halloween Town out of the boy. You know what I'm saying? So
I know what you're saying.
He's trying to do the right thing. He's trying to deliver presents, but he's delivering snakes. He's delivering all this crazy stuff.
Like, that's the thing. Like, you could never be Santa Claus. What, are you a bozo? You think a kid wants a skeleton or something like that for
you're
Christmas?
pulling a little head out of a bag, just like Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah, that one little idiot gets a head.
You know who my favorite character was, I think, though, is the mayor. So,
buddy, me too.
And the reason, same brand, sir.
I hope you say what I think you're going to say. Go ahead.
The reason why I like the mayor is because, like, you don't even know if he's doing a good job or a bad job. His main job is just to keep Jack in line. And as long as like Jack's doing his thing and everything's good and everyone's enjoying Halloween, like he's kind of like nobody's thinking about
He's
him.
off the hook.
Everything's under control. But the minute Jack disappears, everything's going wrong. He's showing up at Jack's house and he's nowhere to be found.
It's all going to hell.
Yeah, and he's panicking because he's like, this is all I have. This is all I bring to the table. I'm not fixing the roads.
He just manages this skinny dude.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not giving money to the schools. I'm just making sure that Jack is there, and Jack's doing his best. He's performing. He's delivering.
Right. The mayor thought that Jack got killed, right?
He did, and I think he was more.
He did legit get killed?
Jack?
Yeah.
No.
He gets shot out of the sky or whatever.
Yeah. He was fine. He came back.
Okay.
I also found one of the kids. We could talk about the kids. They're kind of cool. They help get Santa. They accidentally kidnapped the Easter Bunny first by accident.
Right.
That's all right. They're like, what are you doing? Get this Easter Bunny out of there. One of them, the voice is R.I.P. Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, did one of the voices of the kid, which is cool.
I didn't know.
I didn't notice while I was watching it, but I looked it up. I'm like, I don't think I know any of the voices, but there's a couple. There was Pee Wee. Catherine O'Hara played Sally, who we haven't talked about yet.
Right. That's the girl who likes Jack.
Yeah, who was created by Dr. Frankenstein.
Oh, he is very controlling, and he's just basically a total weenus.
He's not a nice fella.
No, he's the opposite of the old man in Edward Scissorhands who makes Edward. That guy is super nice. He's trying to make Edward have a good life. He eventually wants to put the hands on, even though I feel like maybe just putting the hands on in the first place would have been smarter than putting the scissors on in the meantime.
Scissors?
That seems really dumb.
I agree. Do you know what I think of the problem with this Dr. Franken? I don't know if it's Frankenstein or maybe we're talking Frankenstein. I'm not too sure. But I think what they're trying to do was create himself a companion, a girl, someone to spend some time with. And she had ideas of her own. She was out there. She was always disappearing, trying to poison him with some soup.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, he made a companion way out of his league.
Yeah. So you know what he decided to do? When that didn't work, he made another companion, took out part of his brain, and put it in there because he's like, you know what? I just need a companion that's going to agree with me, think like me.
I just want someone to get me. Hey, don't we all? So I guess I understand. What the hell? Can we circle back really quick to the mayor? This is why I like the mayor.
Okay.
I thought he was played by Jim Gaffigan, the comedian.
Okay.
He sounds just like him to me. So
it's not.
I know.
I looked it up.
Still, I like him.
But yeah, Gaffigan's good. Gaffigan.
He always just fat jokes about himself being fat.
Yeah. He likes to talk about food.
Dude, that's right up my alley. I love food.
And another thing about cheeseburgers.
Man, my Instagram is just burger, pizza, burger. Oh, there's a nice pizza. Oh, hoagie sandwich. Excellent. Like,
can I? I'm gonna talk a little smack. Also, it's not that I don't like movies with music in it, but there was not really a song that like hit me in the face where I was just like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to get this out of my head for a few days. Like there was none to me that were really like, there's the first one, like Halloween, like everybody, I think that's the most memorable one of all, but it's like, it's the first 5 minutes and it's over.
All I can think of is the Halloween.
Yeah. That's the very beginning.
Is that the one? Okay. So I guess that one's catchy. But I did actually watch a thing about Danny Elfman, who did the score and wrote all the songs and sang as Jack. I watched a thing about him, and at that point in his career, he was trying to say basically like F you to Hollywood and do the opposite of what he felt like everybody wanted to happen. Okay. So this is part, maybe that's why he's so unique. Or yeah, I guess the word is unique, because anytime there's Danny Elfman music, you know it.
Yeah, I looked him up because I recognized the name instantly. So I looked him up, and he's done so much Tim Burton stuff.
It is just crazy, man. Yeah, he's Tim Burton's buddy, just like how Johnny Depp is kind of Tim Burton's dude.
It's his boy.
It's his buddy.
What's your favorite Tim Burton movie?
Okay, so to get into this just a little bit, Tim Burton is not really one of my faves. There's not, like, I know he has a lot of movies, but I just don't particularly love them. Like, the only ones I can think of that I've seen is Batman 1, Batman Returns, Now this, I've seen Edward Scissorhands a bunch.
Beetlejuice is Burton too, right?
Yeah, I've seen Beetlejuice, but man, even that I don't love.
Yeah.
I would say though,
I
if I
hear
got
you.
to pick
Like I
one,
would,
it's got to be Batman 1.
yeah, that's what I would pick also. People are going nuts right now because there are some like giant Tim Burton fans. So Batman would be my favorite too, but like I almost don't put it on the same, like it's almost like a DC kind of like superhero movie. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I can remember the first time that I saw it. I was so young. It's one of my first memories of being in the
Yeah,
theater.
I seen it in
Like
the theater for sure.
we were like 6 or something.
Yeah.
And when the Joker, the thing that I remember the most, when the Joker falls in that vat at the beginning to become the Joker, I was like,
that is sick.
I loved it so much. So I almost put those two separate, and then you get into like your new worlds, like your
classics,
Edward Scissorhands and stuff.
And
you got to admit this,
Alice
the
in
look of
Wonderland.
them. Yeah, the look of all of them are unbelievable.
Dude, for sure. There's a lot of things going for them. And personally, I feel that Johnny Depp is highly underrated. Like, I think that he's...
You know, he's a big star, right?
Yeah. I do know he's a giant...
I think he's getting credit.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I mean in the awards world. Because he's never gotten an Oscar. I don't even know if he's been nominated before. Maybe he has. But I know that he's never won. Look at him, for example, go from Edward Scissorhands to, say, what's the pirate Jack Sparrow?
Yeah.
To, have you seen Black Mass?
Yeah, Black Mass.
To Whitey and Black Mass. Like, come on. He's got a very...
Blow is probably my favorite Johnny Depp.
Boom. He's got such a huge, wide... what is it called? Like, his acting prowess is just, like, very, very vast. His acting prowess is very vast.
Wow. So yeah, I think if we got to go with those Tim Burton type movies, though, my favorite is Big Fish. Big Fish is a really cool one.
That's Tim Burton too?
Yeah. A little bit.
Mine and B's first date, Big Fish. She's like, want to go see this? I'm like, not really, but I like you, so I'll go.
I'm down. No, you're a big fish, man. Big fish on campus. No wonder you took her there. She said yes. Big fish.
So what do you think overall? I'm not saying that we got to talk about a rating right now, but like, what's your overall vibe here?
I don't love it, to be completely honest with you. And I was thinking of it as like sometimes when you watch the kids' movies, you got to think of it from like a kid's perspective.
True.
And I know all kids are different, but like I think a lot wouldn't be able to sit through it.
Right.
They would just maybe get bored, but like we got to test it out. I'm not too sure. You're a little guy. He might.
Yeah, he might. I mean, I guess I'll show it to him. But my overall opinion of this thing is straight whack.
Straight whack. I'm not even going that far.
It's whack. I hated it. I thought it sucked, man. I'm sorry. Like the art is good.
I didn't make it.
The art is good. I appreciate the claymation, the work that went into it. But that's almost saying like, I like Rush because the drumming's so hard. Who gives a damn? Like, is it good or no?
Yeah, if you don't think it sounds good, it doesn't sound good.
Yeah. Although I do like Rush, I don't know. I just straight whack. Right. That's what I'm going with.
Straight whack. SW.
Yes.
SW.
Dude, this is SW on my list. Out of all the movies we've done all month long, we are at the final day. Worst movie of the pack, in my opinion.
SW. Okay, here's I think we've been flowing this. It's come up in a few different podcasts already. You know my opinion on Friday the 13th.
I do, yes.
And I'm going to say
this one.
I'm going to say this one was better.
No.
I'm going to say this is the second biggest stinker of the list.
I kind of thought that you would say that. Okay, whatever. I can accept that.
Overall, you got to say overall overhyped.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's change it from straight whack to OH. It's overhyped. Big time.
Overhyped. But people love it. People do Love it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of people being like, you don't know, Rick, musicals are the best.
Yeah,
But,
well,
sorry.
unless it's Grease Lightning, I'm not sure I'm all that interested.
That one's pretty good.
I'm telling you.
So I guess if I got to sum this puppy up into a score, I do have to give it some credit for the creativity. I don't think the story is all that creative. I do think just the production of it, very creative. People have done stop motion before, but I bet you this thing was a freaking nightmare, no pun intended, to do. So just for that reason alone, I'll give it like a 3.8. But
3.8.
If it wasn't for that, the hard work that went into it, I'm giving it a 1.5.
But where did you land? 3.8?
Straight whack. I'm going back.
You heard it here first, folks. He went from straight whack to overhype back down to straight whack. I'm not gonna be so negative on this one. It's definitely not my favorite. Next time it's on, I'm definitely gonna be in and out again. I'm probably gonna make myself a sandwich. I might go get some fresh air, come back, see what part they're at. I'm gonna give this one a 5.9.
Okay, so that is better than the score that you gave to.
I was thinking about that. I was trying to remember what I gave that, but
I think it was like a 5 on the dot or something.
It was above average. I remember we talked about that.
Oh, right. Okay.
Or maybe it was a 5.4 or something, but
yeah, anytime I give something a really low score, I always feel guilty just because somebody did pour their heart and soul into that.
Well,
if
Tim Burton if he had the rights to all the merchandise and made money off of that, I don't think you have anything to be sorry about because Chang pillowcases,
full of candy. I mean, cash,
T-shirts, everything.
You're right. Do you think he gets paid on all the tats? There's a ton of tats.
No. He doesn't get paid on the tats.
All right, fair.
Well, I mean, maybe he splits it 50-50 with the artist.
Yeah, right. So what do you say, Verb? Should we get out of this? Well, I guess we'll pretend like we're at the shop right now, about to get into the big event. Today's the day, folks. We are having the Toy Drive Pimento movie premiere coming up today, just merely hours away. So you know what the deal is. Come on down. Bring that toy, hang out for a bit. We'll show you around the shop a little bit. You can have yourself a dog. You can have yourself a good time. Get that tea. It's going to be good. Free candy.
If you can't make it, make sure that you're going to the Amazon wish list. If a simple fella like me can figure out how to do that, I think you got a good shot.
I think you've got a great shot. See you guys tonight, baby.